everyone, welcome back to Miss Return Soldier, a platform we use to encourage those who are going through a divorce and basically just to let them know that they can build a life that they want and a life that they love. But I also created this platform as a reminder to myself that every life-changing event that happens in my life is just here to bring attention to those parts of myself that I am very shy to face at times. And divorce was absolutely the turning point in my life, because when it happened, it left me feeling absolutely ashamed. It left me feeling humiliated and like I had failed royally. And that is because I had tied such a big part of my identity to being married and to having a conventional family. So when that did not work out, it left me absolutely devastated. And you know what? Divorce is not the only thing that can happen in your life that could leave you feeling that way. It could be anything that you tie your identity to. It could be the title that you have at work. It could be being the baddest chick on the block. And those things don't last forever. They're just parts of your journey on this experience called life. But then, if you use them as currency and thinking that you will enjoy them forever, unfortunately, it is not true. So at the end of the day, what you will always have remaining is just you. And sometimes we are so tied to those identities that when the time and that season in our lives comes to an end, we don't know how to move forward. And that is because moving forward requires change, and change is difficult. And I've shared with you guys how I found change to be absolutely daunting. And, but then now I'm learning to embrace it and see it as a form of renewal, growth, opportunities, and absolutely new possibilities. And I wanted to share with you guys some signs that showed me that I was stuck after my divorce. And because I was stuck, I was not going to be able to fulfill the desires of my heart and, create a life that I absolutely love. Number one, not acknowledging the little person inside. The emotional inability to carve a path for myself after a divorce only held up a mirror for me to see that there was a scared little girl inside of me that was calling the shots and directing my life choices all along. You see, we all carry with us some baggage from childhood into adulthood. If left unaddressed, that baggage will make choices for you in how you show up in relationships and the thoughts you hold about yourself. My principal thought for a very long time was, I am undeserving. So because of that, I found it hard to accept my own intelligence and go for work opportunities that fit my interests and skills. I went for relationships that I had an inkling from the very start that they were doomed to fail. And having a great relationship was also, as much as something that I wanted, I didn't think I was deserving of it. We are a sum total of our thoughts. And in my case, the divorce was only a confirmation of the thought I held that I was undeserving. So this has been an area of my life that I have been working on, acknowledging the pain I brought with me into the relationship and learning to heal so that not only I grow to know that I'm deserving of a great relationship, but of other life experiences that are beautiful and fulfilling. Number two, unforgiveness. If you ever thought forgiving others is difficult, try forgiving yourself. It was the hardest thing for me. I've been taught to be polite, try understand where others are coming from, and have compassion, but I was never taught to extend the same grace to myself. So it was actually easy to let go of what I thought my ex-spouse could have done differently, but it was the hardest thing to forgive myself for making mistakes and understanding why I made them so I could deal with them, have compassion towards myself, and move on. So learn to forgive so you can free yourself, but start with forgiving yourself. Number three, blaming other people. Focusing on what others have done or did not do keeps us stuck like a broken record. Focus the lens on your own contributions to why your marriage did not work out and lovingly pick those points to start working with a therapist or other forms of counseling to deal with them. I have found that when you are in doubt what your issues are, just look at what you are blaming other people for. That is because people in our lives are just a reflection of who we are. No matter how vile you may think they are, look closely. You will find that you are not so different from them. You just choose to express your feelings and your thoughts differently to them. Also, please don't wait for an apology before you move on. You could waste away precious time that you won't get back. Please don't stay mad. It ultimately turns you bitter and ugly. Number 4, being unteachable. I used to and still get mad when I make the same mistake over and over again. And I've realized that it is because I just don't listen. And that notion has not been as clear to me as in romantic relationships. It's like I keep choosing the same guy. And that is because, again, if you don't acknowledge the pain of that little person with the baggage inside, they will take the wheel and drive you in a vicious circle. You will say deja vu more time than you care to count. So stay woke, pay attention, and see experiences as a class you need to take to understand and to pass to get to a higher grade, a grade where you are on a path leading you to your dreams. Number 5, microwave gratification. I've always been so impulsive, and I would mask it by saying, oh, I'm so jolly and spontaneous and just like going with the flow of things. But I was just on a slippery slope to self-sabotageville, making one bad decision after another. I had a moment where I had to say to myself, sit your behind down, you're bouncing too much, bumblebee. I'm learning to take my time with the decisions I want to make and only giving the past a glance as a learning reference point. And number 6, not feeding the spirit. Because I was so impulsive, I couldn't take time to sit and understand my feelings and the thoughts behind them. And learning to connect with the higher power for direction has helped me. And channels to connect to the source are endless, and you will know what is best for you. So do try sitting still sometimes. I find that to be the best way to get clear on the next steps. You see, you can't outrun life. It will get you. So work with it because it only wants to help you make your fabulous desires a reality. And remember, guys, to be grateful. One by one, count what is going right in your world. So this list is not unique to me, and it is absolutely endless. So what are some of the things that are keeping you stuck? What is it that you won't let go of? Why won't you let yourself move forward? I have found that my answer is tied to what I believe my life could be. And every time I feel lazy to change certain parts of myself and my life, I always think, oh my gosh, is this keeping me from having that absolutely fabulous life? And so what that will make me do is call a friend to ask for advice. I will go see a therapist or read a book that, could help me and guide me in, moving out of a certain situation. So thank you guys for joining me today. That is all I have on this topic. I hope that you subscribe and you leave your comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.